Good afternoon. My name is Beau Burchfield. My application would basically work for any mechanic shop, auto mechanics, diesel mechanics, anything like that. And the way it would work is when the customer goes in the store, they would um, give their information to the front desk. The front desk would then enter the car information, such as um, model, year, color, things like that, maybe tag number as well. Then the customer would sit down and their car would be brought into the mechanic shop, um, where the mechanic would open up the application as well, um, which would be loaded up with information via multi-peer connectivity. And they would find that person's file. They would click on it, and inside the application, it is populated with basically what needs to be done, and then they would have checklists to go by. Not necessarily for the specific job, like a brake change wouldn't have a step-by-step guide for a brake change, but it would have the brake change being completed, and then any other maintenance issues that need to be taken care of. Many mechanic shops will use a checklist to make sure that they've seen to everything before giving the vehicle back to the client, such as oil changes and other preventive maintenance checks. Um, so the mechanic would then be able to check off these items, and as they did it, it would store that and allow that to communicate with the front desk and with other mechanics in the shop, just in case multiple mechanics are working on the same vehicle. And then after that, they would be able to add any specific notes or anything like that, and then they'd be able to take this checklist, send it back to the front desk, and possibly even email it to the client with their receipt. That way, the client knows that everything's been checked off, everything's been done, and these additional things have been seen to. And they're also given the receipt for their service, all in the same thing, possibly in an email or otherwise. Additionally, and this is just an idea right now, but it could also have a section where the client could then go in and look and see what part of the checklist their car is currently in. That way, when they're waiting in the waiting room, they could look and see where their car is at in the queue. Maybe not necessarily the queue with other cars, but in the line of what all needs to be done with their vehicle. I believe that this would reduce anxiety for the customer, and I believe it would help mechanics as well. Thank you.